Most chiropractic clinics that fail don't fail because of marketing or bad economy. They fail because the owner never learned how to lead. Chiropractic schools teach you for 4 years about the science. It doesn't teach you how to lead or how to adjust at an elite level. And that gap is why some chiropractic offices die. I'm Dr. Dustin Scott. I run a 7-figure chiropractic clinic in central Iowa. And in my spare time, I help other chiropractic clinics scale their value and bring more impact to their communities. In this video, I'm going to show you characteristics of poor leadership and what you have to do differently to fix it. First, no accountability. So no accountability means you have no goals, or maybe you have goals, but you're the only one that knows them, right? Are they written down? Do you have stats? Are you interacting with the team? And better yet, do you have leadership to follow to lead you in the direction of success? When there is no one checking in and no one measuring progress and no one who will notice when you quit, quitting becomes the easiest option every single time. Most chiropractors are incredibly disciplined inside the clinic, but outside there is no structure, no standard, and nobody holding the mirror up. Now, how do you get accountability? You gotta have your team by your side. First and foremost, if you have a spouse, maybe a girlfriend, somebody that you're spending your life with and that you've promised the world for, do you have them close? Your children, right? If you're parents, you're a doctor, you have children, keeping them close. What are you doing this for? Now, your coach, do you have one? Are you having some kind of leadership to follow? Being able to have them in your corner. Who is your team? What kind of standard are you holding them to? And what does that process look like? Your team has got to be close. You've got to make sure to have the right team if you want the right outcome. Now, being transparent with your team, letting them coach you on where your weak points are, on where you can improve, and being able to have that open communication with everybody at all times. Nobody knows you better than maybe your spouse, or maybe your coach, or maybe your team, right? Being able to take things never personal and being open and coachable at all times. Now next, we're going into no vision. Without vision, you're just reacting. You show up, you adjust your patients, you pay your bills, and it happens all over again tomorrow. There's no direction, no standard to hold yourself to, and there's no reason to grow past where you are. Now, how do you get out of this loop? My 2 ways to keep myself accountable are 1, weekly affirmations on what's going to happen for the week, and 2, vision cards that allows for what's to happen within the coming months. And these here, on these vision cards, every few months, being able to see, they're all strategically put on here in different categories for where I want the business, where I want my relationships, where I want my fitness. So there's some different goals on here that is allowing me for each quarter or so to be able to acquire, envision, and see where that next step is that I'm taking. Notice how both these things were handwritten, intentionally, with effort, sitting down, focused, and writing, pencil and paper. These affirmations and these visions are important to share not only with your spouse, but your team, those close to you, so they know just how important it is. And of course, they can be the one to vote for you as well. Next, no standards. Standards are what close the gap from where you are to where you're going. Without them, every day is improvised. There's no source of truth to return to, no baseline to hold yourself or your team accountable to. You're just reacting and hoping. Now, what do good standards look like? Now, I'll just show you some of mine. Most of my standards revolve around fitness, family, faith, training. When it comes to business, we hold ourselves at the highest standard, making sure that our team is trained to be in the most positive mindset of gratitude, of service, being able to smile and keep everything else that might not be going at 100% out of the office. Now, another standard, non-negotiable, is going to be your fitness. Your fitness is important because it's releasing natural dopamine response at all times, adrenaline, positivity. The whole world's going to see you brighter because of this. 5 days a week, as much as possible, being able to discipline yourself for the hard things so that when you come into the office, it's easy. Now next, how is your nutrition, right? How are you feeling your body? How are you feeling the engine? What food, what energy is going in? So for me, nutrition is a cornerstone. I had worked on this early before chiropractic school, but you might not be there yet. You might be in chiropractic school and be eating complete garbage that you know you shouldn't be. And you may as well also as a doctor. This may have been something you've been working on for some time. I'm telling you now, this has got to be and is for me a standard for the elite level chiropractor. The standard of one more. Doing the one more thing if you need to. If it needs to get done on that day, before you wrap the day up, you stay as long as it takes. And that goes for anything. Whether you're finishing up notes, whether you have thank you cards to write for that day, whether you have other stuff in the office that needs cleaned, whether you need to vacuum, it's just one more thing. And the standard of one more should live with you everywhere. What does that look like? Our office hours are open from 8:30 in the morning to 6 at night. But my days will start 5 a.m., I'll get home 8 p.m. And that's part of it. And I'm happy to show up. I'm happy to sacrifice for the mission and for the vision of what it takes. And the next standard is faith. Your faith has to be strong. It's not you in control. It's something bigger. And for me, in our clinic, God is the cornerstone. Everything is being done through Him. It's His trust in me and making sure that I am living the mission, and the power that comes through me is through Him. Leadership is nothing any chiropractic school was ever going to teach you. That part is on you. But the good news is, it's learnable. Vision, standards, accountability, none of it's complicated. It just requires that the person running this practice has to grow just as fast as the clinic does. If your numbers are flat, look in the mirror. If your team is disengaged, look in the mirror. If you feel like you're just surviving instead of accomplishing something, again, look in the mirror. The practice will never outgrow its leader. But the minute you commit to being that leader, everything changes.